In a stellar season, Oracle Red Bull Racing's Dutch ace retained his F1 driver's title with 4 rounds to spare. Over the past 7 years, he has made the team founded by the late Dietrich Mateschitz his home.
I started, of course, with them back at Toro Rosso already, being in the Red Bull family, but then I moved to Red Bull. And when I first walked into the factory, there were quite a few people still who worked with my dad as well. So that's, of course, very nice to see. And throughout the years, you get to know a lot of people within the team even better. And I can be myself, which I think is very important. You need to be happy as well with what you're doing. Also, the motivation in the team, everyone really wants to win. And that mentality is there every single year. For me, there is no reason to change. I already said that last year, and that's why we also signed a new deal. So I hope I can drive for Red Bull for a long time, hopefully till the end of my career.
Since the team first arrived in F1 in 2005, they've had a reputation for doing things differently. But whenever underestimated, the F1 grid has been left in the dust of the Red Bulls.
It's important to have fun. Of course, we want to win. We're very focused on winning, but you need to also have fun in your life. We've had a lot of crazy activities, but that also defines Red Bull. You don't see that in other teams, and probably they're a bit afraid to do that. But that's what defines Red Bull, these kind of things. And some things are pretty crazy, but we enjoy doing them.
This year, Verstappen has been faced with a couple of interesting watery challenges, most recently on foiling catamarans on the French Riviera and back in March piloting a swamp buggy in Florida.
I'd never seen anything like it, and I'd never heard of it with these kind of cars, but I had a lot of fun. These engines had a lot of power as well. And it was actually quite nice to handle once you got going and you had a bit of speed. The Sail GP boats, they were a lot of fun, and what I like to see was the communication also, because there are more people on the boat, right, who have to steer it, and because I'm alone in the car, it depends on me what I'm doing. But there it's like proper teamwork on the boat, so it was a good experience.
Back on dry land, Verstappen may be alone in the cockpit, but his team has been almost faultless this season, building an incredible car, making the best calls and leaving no stone unturned in the hunt for victories.
It's a whole team effort to win races, and that is decided on the pit wall. It's decided with doing pit stops, and the last few years we've been incredibly strong on that, and this year again it gave us race wins, so we have to always be on top of that the year to try and make sure that you do better. And of course with these new rule changes as well, the tires, they change quite a lot, so also for the pit crew there was a lot of practice involved to get the best out of them.
He's only just turned 25 and has broken the record for race wins in a season with 14 already this term. The team ethos plainly matches his prodigious talent, and there'll be no respite for the rest of the grid anytime soon.
Motivation was always the same. I always want to do the best I can, and it doesn't matter if you haven't won anything yet or you've won a lot. I always go to the track to try and just get the best out of myself. And if I don't, I will always try to find answers why I didn't, and that's how I operate. Of course, I signed until 28, so I definitely see myself driving for this team for a long time. I think at the time I will be 31, and then I'll make my mind up what I'm going to do, if I'm going to stay in F1 in general. I don't know, but I just hope for a lot of fun in the coming years.